Hey guys, welcome to Alva Nova's live stream. I'm Dan, and it has been far too long. You notice the green screen is not there, so you get to see my, plethora of literature and books. Welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed it. If for those that are new subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, and we're just spreading love to everybody we can. Okay, today we're going to be working in Wonderdraft to plan out another map in Art Rage. I know I've said that before, but we're going to do the Outrage maps probably Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday, depending on how crazy things are. But let's go ahead and, yeah, new headset. We know about the sound. Should be a little better. Let's go ahead and get started really quick. This is a tutorial. Sometimes when we're doing maps, finding landforms that kind of inspire us can be quite difficult. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually make a new map here. That's my settings right there. And everything I'm going to be doing here is going to be on mouse and keyboard. So you don't need a stylus. Got some feedback on that. What I usually use for practice, or if I kind of have a weird commission I'm doing today, let's come back up here. We're going to come back here. I found something that really works. Type in Doppler Radar on your search bar. Go to images. All right. So I'm trying to find new landforms that are interesting. Someone said, please, I need a new world for my D&D. Or do you have full reign on what you do? So let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's check this image out. What I'm doing, I'm finding an image that looks rather natural. And I'm using the actual Doppler radar to find those images. And then we're going to take that Doppler radar, let's go into thunderstorms. And we're going to create a continent out of that. Now I'm seeing this guy here. Let's do this guy. Yeah, actually, second thought, this one's more of for a world that's more, we got the land masses and stuff like that. So let's go with this guy here. Just seeing if there's any more that I'd like to do. Okay, we're going to save that really quick. And we're just going to put that on our, we'll do downloads. That's a GIF. We do not want to save that as a GIF. Actually, that is a lot more. That's going to be funner. Let's check. Oops. Now, some of these storms that you're going to find occasionally have disastrous consequences for people. Some look really cool, but just make sure you're being respectful to everybody that has to deal with this kind of stuff. All right. So we're going to do this one here to make a world map. Actually, I think this one's going to be quite better. Yes. No, let's go back to what we're doing. Okay, being indecisive. Again, you get to be that if you are doing your own thing. Hope everybody can hear me. I just realized that I don't have my panel open. So if you're texting me or on channel, I can't see it. And I apologize for that. All right, now that we got our image, let's go ahead and we're now in Wonderdraft. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the overlay section, and then we are going to actually import an overlay on here. Go to import documents, downloads, where we saved it at. All right. What I did now with importing it, it actually created a height map. Problem is you get all this chatter from the map itself, so let's not do something else. Honestly, I just jumped on here today and felt like doing a live stream. Life's been kind of interesting. let's not do that. And I totally forgot. There it is. We go into these three squares. Sorry about that. These trace tools. Okay, and then we select our image. If I can find it. Yeah, it's been a while, so I'm really out of practice doing that. I apologize. Of course, that is absolutely not what I want. There we go. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to scale this. Just use the mouse again, scale of 4, opacity of 5. We're going to turn our opacity down. Let's not do additive, it makes it super bright. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're just going to trace some of these landforms. I mean, it's pretty much that quick to do this. So we're going to start with our basic, our land brush, which is on Z. This will also work. Yes, this will also work on the free version of Wonderdraft or Incarnate. So I'm just going to start blocking this out with just some heavy and really thick outlines of the places I want. And again, I'm just keeping to, hey everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm kind of back. I'm just kind of staying in the red and yellow areas to start with, because those are what drawed my eyes to this in the first place. Again, Control Z to back step. I'm not being too careful right now. We'll get into that when we shave off some of these landforms. Again, I'm just using Doppler Radar. It's a natural Doppler. You can actually see, and then we have the ice. It actually creates some really interesting and pretty impressive landforms. Hey everybody, welcome. I don't know, YouTube's been kind of a pill lately with chat. If you guys are there and typing stuff, I'm so sorry. I don't think I can see it, so I apologize on that. We're gonna get some more landforms here, and again, this is gonna be a world map, so it's not gonna be that crazy, but we're gonna add some, just kind of planning something out, keeping to the red and cool, like kind of a, kind of a Viking place down here, south. And we're gonna do some other stuff, like determine where the equator is and stuff like that. All right. I'm not worried about proper projections or how. Just put another landform right there. I'm not worried about projections or the distortions of the map that I'm trying to do. All right, that's not bad. It's about 70% water, 60% water, and stuff like that. That's good. All right, now I'm going to fill these in. Let's go ahead and increase our size on that brush. Just fill these in. You can already see, if you kind of close your eyes a little bit, you can already see that we've already got our mountains. This kind of gives us a choice on where our mountains are. I am going to go back and get some of this green. And again, we're just tracing over the Doppler radar. It's free to use. I make it a point not to ever, if there's an area that's having like very foul weather, I make it a point not, like a good example right now is Australia. I will never take advantage of weather that is causing the destructions of lives and family, because I think that's disrespectful. But again, that's my 2 cents. All right, well, we got some cool stuff. I'm just kind of feeling things out. I literally got the urge to got an urge to live stream and share this with people. So I just jumped on as fast as I could before that went away. Been dealing with stuff, but instead of, this is what's going on in my life, I'd rather just work something out. This is the way you fight depression, is actually getting to work on something. All right, let's go over here. This is kind of boring. I don't like this. Let's fill in the green there. Hey, welcome to the stream. My name's Dan. We're there. We're there. There are some things that I can't see in chat. If I do miss your comment, please, I'm so sorry. I will answer every question you have if you leave a message at this point. So please feel like it. Okay, so we kind of got our natural thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we're gonna drop the opacity. Yeah, that's kind of fun. We've got kind of a world map here. We're gonna now go ahead and we're gonna come in here and we're gonna trim stuff up so it looks even more natural. Again, we're going to go to our land. We're going to drop this brush size. Let's go a little bit bigger on the brush size. Hold down Control. Actually, let's make that a lot smaller. Okay, we're going to come in here, and we're kind of rough. We're just on the default, and we're just going to chip away at this coastline. We're not going to go too crazy with this, considering it's a world map. So if it's like Earth size, or if it's like any other size like that, we're going to be keeping that in a decent range, meaning 3,000 kilometers wide, or in Earth's case, now I forget kilometers, but miles. Yeah, I really wish the United States went to the metric system, because the old English system is stupid. If you have a problem with that, please change my mind, but I really do not like inches and all that mess and miles. It doesn't make sense. Also, a really interesting thing, if you're in the United States, you might want to go check out why and how basically the metric system is based on water, more or less, and also the size of the Earth. It's really cool. And again, I'm just coming in here and just chopping stuff that I don't like. Let's get the brush a little bit bigger so we can kind of hurry this along. Again, take your time. This is all about you, all about your creation, all that good stuff. Chop some of that off. Chop some of that off. All right, here we go. Again, if you guys have comments, I absolutely can't see them right now. It's one of the reasons I haven't been on for a while, and also I need to get a new green screen and some other stuff, and my headset was blocked. My wife was kind enough to let me borrow hers. I really appreciate that. We're just going to come down here. Also, our role-playing game has taken up. It has devoured my time, but everybody has an excuse, so we're back now, and I'm really thankful for the community support and also for the members of the Aubit Novus community. I've missed you guys. I'm sorry I haven't been on, and I'm rectifying that. Again, like sorry, sorry means you'll never do it again. Again, I'm back here, cut that up, back here, cut that up. Here we go. Let's have a look at that. Zoom out, holding Control. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now this one, let's increase brush size first. This one I want to be very scraggly, so I'm actually going to take my time. We're going to gently just cut back on these areas. So we kind of want a frozen, crazy, fjords and stuff. Again, I'm taking out the green of this. Some Doppler you're going to get a blue, some Doppler you're going to get. It's just a matter of going into stuff. I'm doing it this way. Usually, if it was a big project, I'd take it into Photoshop and color balance and everything like that. But we're focusing on not free or software that's easily obtainable. I can't stress how much I love Wonderdraft for the how easy it is to edit and load and stuff like that. Later, sometime I will be doing a video on just, where we are with software and stuff like that, and what I like and what I don't like, and make some recommendations. And again, if you disagree with me, please put it in the comments. I am laid back. No one's going to attack you. We're all here to learn. Going back down here. Let me just double check that you guys can. Hey, my sound's still on. There we go. Just get that. We're going to come back and do some of these. We're going to add to some of these areas because, all right, we want to try to get this done in an hour. I think listening to me drone on and on is not fun. That's just my 2 cents. Again, I'm just tracing the outside of this with these big green spots. Give it kind of a jaggedy look. Yeah, we're doing good there. Down here, same thing. Down here, same thing. These would be cold islands. And then what we're going to do is basically, since we're working on such a large scale here, I mean, like 3,000 miles, circumference of 3,000 miles. Earth is like 23.5, et cetera, et cetera. But let's see, this one's 3,000. So we're going to have more extreme weather on the top and the bottom. A little bit more gravity, but that's okay. Everybody will have bigger muscles and they'll be buffer. And a human can withstand up to 5,000. If that planet was 5,000 to 6,000, would be fine. Of course, we get really buff really fast. All right. Got that. All right. Just got to do up here now, and we'll get to the rest of this video. I'm going to start moving really fast. Going to bump the roughness up here. We're just going to go chop, 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 chop. And again, whatever you want to do. This is not about the Doppler radar. Should be a suggestion, not a absolute. I can back up and fix that. I don't like that. But it's just a really quick way to practice. I mean, you practice every day for like a half hour, and man, you're going to be rocking this. Fortunately, I haven't had the chance to do that. I've been in classes. I've been dealing with some medical issues. There's a lot of talk about depression and stuff like that. And I'll be the first to bet I go through that. And in brief, get up and do something. It's the only way to get over it, even though you don't want to. It's like muscle. All right. Just in these last ones. I'm feeling good about. Oh yeah, you got some ugly stepchildren right here. I shouldn't say that. Maybe some ugly, evil stepsisters, stepbrothers, stepchildren. Yeah, that works. I feel less, horrible about that statement. All right, we're back here. And again, we're just going to trim. Just going to trim all this stuff off. Yeah, this is kind of cool. We get kind of an island feel. So, okay, now we're doing good. Let's come down here and mess this up. Yeah, because we want to kind of island crazy. All right, now we're down here. Just kind of slice some of that off. We're going to add some landforms though, because I really like these. Let's come back up. I really like some of these Doppler things. Now I changed my brush over to additive land, and again, I'm keeping the roughness down. Excuse me, the roughness a little high. From usually it's set at 1. Right now it's set at 19. The simple fact, let's shrink our size down. I did see a comment the other day. Well, it wasn't the other day, it was a while ago. How I can zoom in and out so fast. I'm just hitting the control button on Wonderdraft. Oh, did we get someone? No, just Wonderdraft saving. That's a good thing. Scares the crap out of me every single time. Increase the size of that. Cut this down a little. Cut these down. Yeah, we're good. Now we're back in the brush. almost done with this part. I just want to get some of these hill plus islands. But it does create, I mean, you're going to get endless patterns of wind and water. I mean, that's just, oh, by the way, Alt will actually reverse your brush. Makes life a little easier. But you're going to get some wonderful patterns. Oop, I kind of like that. I want that. Let's just fix that there. Wonderful patterns when it comes to natural things, and it lets you pretty much do anything you want. All right, that's our landform right now. That's just off Doppler radar. What I'm going to do next is we're going to put some mountains in. And these mountains are going to represent, oops, larger areas. Let's go over to our symbols. Let's go over to our mountains. I'm going to do these kind of stylized more than I would. I usually don't like this. We're going to put these down to like ridiculously 25. Yeah, that's good. And again, we are looking at very large expanses. So instead of filling all this red, I'm just going to go in the middle of it. I'm just going to find this line. I'm going to use the red to kind of show where mountains are. Looks like this area has severe tectonic craziness going on. So when we create the forest and stuff like that, we will need to edit the crap out of that. Back here, and again, we just create the line, follow it through. And I like to grab the middle of these and kind of pull it to the red areas. This one's going to be tricky because there's so much. So we're just going to pull those mountains through. Yeah, I'm glad to be online, guys, fighting the good fight. I hope these tutorials, they kind of mean a lot to me, and I really hope they help you because we're just passing the love and knowledge. Also, big shout out to Udemy or whatever it's called. Been working on that quite a bit. Got a bunch of different lectures just to spruce up some skill sets that I needed to know with new programs. Been hitting modeling software like crazy. Just learn how to rig it and make it move, which I'm very happy about. All right, so we're getting our big mountains. Got one here. I kind of like this one, how it's all squiggly. Yeah, just follow your mountains up to paths. You don't have to follow it exactly. Like this one, we're just gonna keep our mountains there. This one there, and then we're gonna branch them off here. Same with this guy. Same with this guy. Go up here, and we are going to create our backbone. The plates would shift. Again, this is just me throwing down really quick and practicing. If we're going for something realistic, it would take a lot more time on this, but I don't want to be keeping you guys from your day, and I want to be very concise about what I say and how we're doing stuff. So let's get down here. Oh, we got a little overflow there. We're going there, 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 and there. These like a big old mountain craziness range. That was there, maybe some there, maybe there. Yeah, more mountains here. Not many right here, maybe just one or two. Maybe this area too. Again, I'm kind of a stickler for mountains. And yes, I will do Badlands eventually. It's kind of a running gag now. All right. So we kind of got our mountains in place. So let's go ahead and go back to overlay. Again, I'm clicking on this 3-bar and we're going to put the opacity to 0. Let's go ahead and start planning we're going to go to land, we're going to go to brush, and we're going to start planning out where things are. Actually, the theme I'm going to change out. There we go, got a lot more colors there. The colors I find in Wonderdraft, just use these and you'll be a lot happier. So let's go ahead and make our temperate zones. We're going to make some really big brush sizes here just to plan this out. So our temperate / hot areas, i.e. stuff not totally covered in snow, is going to be this area here, maybe through here, all through here. Yay! Okay, and then hidden coastlines. Then we'll go into, now let's go into and make colder areas. Zoom in. I'm going to drop my opacity down and my brush size down. So I'm just kind of hitting these areas here. All right. This is going to be just kind of where the mountains are. Again, low opacity. Very happy with just the little things we're doing here. Welcome to the stream. My name's Dan. We're doing maps. Wonderdraft is the software we're using. And again, welcome to the stream. We're just going to highlight the middle of these islands. Well, these actual continents, to be honest with you. Just keep that in mind. Now that we kind of got things highlighted to distinguish land from mountains a little better, we're going to move on to colder areas. And to do that, we're going to come in and with our eraser, just hit these cold areas like that. Then we're going to come back with this nice brown color. And again, we're going to hit that again so it blends a little better. So now the mind eye and our language, our pattern language says, hey, look, cold areas. Now let's go ahead and we're going to do deserts next. I'm actually going to create a custom color here. I want it very much not too crazy. Look at that. Oh, that's great. We're going to kind of come down and we are going to, I'm actually going to just draw a line right through there as my equator. Again, right through there. Around that, I'm going to start putting kind of deserty areas. So this place is all one big desert, which is really kind of interesting. So the map evolves as you do that. I really love when it does that. And more things here. Okay, so we have kind of a dry line. Actually, I want kind of a little bit more orange color. But you have to be very careful because since you're working with the different filters, this is going to be my desert area. We're going to keep the desert on one side of the mountains. Maybe in the middle there. Definitely on the coasts. Same thing over here with the trade winds. You're going to get rain shadows and all that. So we have our deserts in. Just a little down here, not much. All right, let us go back to our temperate. I'm using let's use a different green, a very solid green to hit these areas. They're probably where our jungles are. Maybe a little brighter. This will be where our jungles are, and oops, don't want to touch our deserts. That's where the rain shadow is here. Just kind of reflect that just a little bit. Again, just a little color will do you. Just a little. Over here. Over here. There we go. Oh, I gotta update Twitch. All right, we've kind of got a feel for our continents. We've got kind of a feel for, I mean, this is just Doppler. We're just using Doppler to finish this out. So let's go ahead and symbols and we'll put in our biggest trees. Let's see. Let's go with these. Again, holding control to get these as small as possible. Do I have a different one? Yeah, I'll go with this guy. Of course, this guy is really bad to increase the size of this. We're just going to put our big force in really quick so we know where those go. And so if we're doing a commission or any work for someone, they kind of have an idea. I might just go over workflow of how I do commissions. That might be fun one day because I do it extremely different than most people. But I always have happy customers. There's one guy that will never be happy with anything, which is unfortunate because I really liked working for him. That's okay. You get, okay. I got forests, we got areas, and again, these areas would be like Amazon jungles. I do not know if I like that tree, so let's go ahead and change. We're going to step that back as much as possible, which is actually kind of significant. We're going to go this bush. Let's see how that looks. Does that look better? Now it looks like giant weeds. Yeah, that one might be. I don't like that better. So on some of these, I don't want to go all the way back, but you guys get the idea. So we got a number of, yeah, oops, smaller. There we go. Kind of idea of where forests are. You guys can plan accordingly. Again, if you want to see a special tutorial, I know there's a lot of people itching for me to get back on our rage. It's coming. All right. Again, not really taking much time, but oh look, we have a continent map. Let's go back to this. Because we need better coverage with that. Up here, we got another island. All right, that's pretty much it. Not too much fancy today, just something really quick and easy. And again, when we update the themes, kind of gives us a cool little world view. Let's zoom out a little bit so that's present with everything. Again, Wonderdraft allows you to pretty much edit to your heart's content. Something that it does have is, we're going to just save this really quick. Let's say this is, let's go January map. 20, oops. And apparently I can't type today. All right, let me see if I remember how to do this. It really has a, okay. This feature right here is, got some land masses. I'll show you this later. I don't want to take up your time with me trying to figure out something else. Okay, you guys basically get the idea. This is how we're, let's see, hold on, let's that's a new tool I haven't played with yet. We will play with that later. All right, we've got a world map done. Again, process is first and foremost, you zip over to your internet. I don't know what I just did, but I don't like it. Yeah, this is really gravelly. We'll get to that later. Maybe finishing touches. So we have our Earth. We have our Earth. We don't know what this red thing is, but we'll get to that. We have our big planet. We're going to commission. Then we are going to. There's another feature that we'll get to maybe a later day to actually zoom in on certain parts of the map. So let's say I wanted to, I don't know, maybe focus on this area right here. You can actually go in and zoom in on these. I forget how to do that right now, but we'll, oh yeah, change map size. Create detailed map. We'll discard those changes. When we zoom in, you just hit select area, and it should be pulling this up. It's kind of thinking about it though. Then we can go in, use this as an overlay, and make something a lot better. I'll go into detail about this because this is pretty cool. Again, I'm just using mouse and keyboard on all this. Quick little tutorial. I'd like to thank everybody. Links are in the description, social, etc., so forth. If you enjoyed this video, just come back, watch some more. They're here to help you. Maybe get you some ideas, maybe some additional tools to help you in your map making or pretty much anything you're doing. 3D printing, model making, map making, live streaming. I might stream a little bit of Destiny because I've been hooked on Destiny 2. So if you guys are really enjoying that, give me a ring, send me a message on Facebook or on YouTube, and we might just do that together if you're interested. It's free, etc. Pitch. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in today, and we will see you. We'll hopefully see you soon. We'll see you soon.